How's it going, everybody? I know we're starting a few minutes early this time, but still roughly the same time. With this, we will do whatever. We are going to continue the Archon quest, but we also have the option of the character story quest for Jean, because we have that unlocked now. But as it stands, we're going to go visit Ayaka. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go to the Kamisato estate. You know, nothing in there says we're going to go see Kamisato Ayaka. Nothing at all. But we're going to go see Ayaka. Oh, you can't hurt the fox. Hey, Lenny. Did you make a new account? Just change the name? Fair. Fair enough. That seagrass will be important here soon. So we got a chest, we got a Sealy. Some big ass zappy dude. Let's go poke the bear. But how's your day going?
Wealth. Why settle for less than more?
Going alright? Hell yeah. I'm dreading tomorrow, but otherwise right now I got y'all, I got Genshin, and I got a big ass cup of hot chocolate. Food supplies may be running low for the month, but how deal. I also need to start logging on here daily, because, not to do the dailies, but we not only got these, which for the next 2 weeks I need to hop on at least once every 2 days to get the rest of these. I snagged that while I was off stream. Still have it in my possession. I'll show you how many pulls we're sitting on right now. But then we get all this additional shit across 5 pieces of mail starting on the 30th. Yeah, otherwise we're sitting at 16 pulls plus another 610 prepos. And I can't pull on either of these banners. And I can't pull on either of the next 2 banners. Basically, all of my pulls are being saved for Lantern Rite at this point. It's kind of an annoyance. Just kinda. Did I get the recipe that seagrass was needed for? I did, I just don't have fish. It's just a reviving thing, but udon noodle sounds really good right now. Have anything in here? We'll get some sugar going. For you. Make jam with what we have. And we'll revisit that here soon. Not like we're gonna sit by the fire, we'll come back to it in due time. Oh, that automatically changed that over. Okay. Can we go in? We cannot. Not high enough level yet. Well, the Electrograna's not high enough level yet. That comes with one of the places we'll be going soon, which is on top of here, this shrine. Grand Narukami Shrine. And I know you have Ito there, Lenny, so your boy's gonna be coming up here soonish. Oh, hi there.
Take this! Power cord! Feel the beat! Give up! Take this!
My room smells like pickling juice right now. Before going live, I decided to snack on some pepperoncinis. I still have the jar here, but yeah, and it's 5 stems there. Tasty. Love them, but yeah, just a bit of a mess, but also it gives me the sniffles. Let's get you all closer and out of that water, please. Thank you.
Power cord! Don't waste my time. Your life is mine. Pyrotechnics! Lightning slash! Shred till I'm dead! Bullet splash! Take this! Power cord! Barbados, guide us. Feel the beat! Lightning slash! It's nothing.
Done deal. And that's common chest.
Woohoo! Let me hear ya!
Really hoping we find some new stuff here soon, or at least some new characters to play as. If you have the channel points, you can go and redeem it for me to change my party up. Otherwise, I would like to get my hands on some Inazuma characters. You also changed your name. I see that you're just Bachuga there. But I did see in another server you were Bachuger. So which is it? I saw through the lie. Yes, I did. You're not getting around me, you stinky butthole. How you doing, Bachuga? I did set up Sammy today. I got one command working already, but the other one I need to wait for an ad to trigger, which won't be for like another half hour. Give him the old kidney punch. Gets him every time.
Bellowing thunder. Feel the beat.
Who was that achievement for? Oh, also there's follower emotes now enabled. Let's see, total totem, defeat an electro sandwich roll with no lightning totem on the feet. Ooh, okay. No, there's not. Click the emotes. They're right at the top. You have that, and that. Also, hi, Luana. Those are all under the follow. You're just messing with me. Well, I'm going to get technical with you. Don't like it? Well, I'll just give you the same idle thread I gave you in Discord DMs.
A reward on the road.
Oh yes, that one. It is pretty few though. Excuse me. Electro Sealies, go! I'll go back for you, don't worry. Oh, it's Pachuga's salty sweet roll. But thank you for the 15 stream streak, buddy.
A reward on the road.
Linny with the tenor.
Are you here to play with me?
Power core.
The merrier.
Time to rock. Go as well. I swear by my sword.
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here.
Where you at? There you are.
The more, the merrier. Oh, now you've got me worked up.
Your life is mine.
Look at me.
Got her.
Just
That also doesn't happen often whenever you defeat an enemy and they just randomly drop you an item.
Power core. Amp it up.
But yeah, exclamation roll got redone. And
Close.
I got the water right here for you, Asuka. Remember to water. Yes, yes, of course. Thank you. Made sure to fill that before going live. I got that, and I got my hot chocolate on hand. Yeah, I made the decision that next month, whenever I get more hot chocolate, I gotta double up on it. Because one of those containers only lasts me half a month, but I'm also filling like 50-ounce cups with it instead of the recommended 8-ounce cup. I like my hot chocolate, what can I say? That's why it's included with every go live notification, along with a food from the game. Which I think during this stream we should make some tricolor dongo. Thank you for the lurk, cat. I hope you're doing well today. Alright, we got you. Another relay. 2 whopper flowers that think they're hot shit. Let's take you. What do you even use the electro crystals for? How if I know, but I'm still grabbing them just because it's a collectible.
Wind, hear me.
That one? Nope, that one died.
Feel the beat. It's nothing. Go as one.
Let's settle that. Yeah, I still don't know what they're actually used for. I just see them and I collect them. Tag that. I can also get rid of that too. What is it for here? There's the first. Where's the end? I mean, those already just went back to their old places. There it is. Okay. Just need to get one that's a little closer. Went out of the area, so they reset. It's not what I wanted. You see, these were made so much easier when I had Beto, because then I could just use my E and get a quick little connection wherever I went. Just need one for the in-between here without removing these from existence again. That begs the next question, where is the third one? Not down along there. And I went too far. Son of a bitch. You watch what's up on there. Yeah, unless I can see a third one here in the next few seconds, I'm just not going to worry about this.
Take this.
Oh, you're just gonna stay down there, aren't you? More time for me to complete this? Middle can't move, so... Middle moves from others moving. Which would mean right here.
Is this an answer from this world?
This could hurt.
Give up. Feel the beat.
Not this time. Want to get a little closer?
Bullets fly. Barbados, guide us.
Lightning flash! One after another. Away.
Get him. We got her. Let's... That's the way to defeat a cryo-CC maid while all her cryo-CCs are currently active. Easy enough. And break cryo-CC's mage word. That helped me zero with my goal here. So, yep, not up in that tree. Not anywhere nearby. I am giving less and less of a shit about that with each passing second. I think after I talk to Ayaka, I will start doing dice rolls for who our party is today. We made it. We're at the Kamisato estate, and not a single guard is stopping us from just barging on in. Because why would they? I'm pretty sure I can get up on top of here. without having to use someone else's ability. See? Just that easy, but there's not really anything up here. Probably down there under like some kind of odd pillar. Nope, that's closed off ceiling. That tells me it's going to be down below. And go from there.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
It's hard to top the Jade Chamber.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I mean, as long as you aren't into the floating 2-year... Bold of you to assume that Paimon's 2 years old. She's at least 5 at this point. But no. That the person I'm using, Matt, is also hi Matt. Is the other main character of the game. Yeah, because you get to start off with your choice of either Lumine, which is who I am on this account, or Ether, who I have on the other account. Sorry, I was responding to a text here. This is slightly anticlimactic.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people...
Oh, Matt, we might have a buddy coming over for the weekend right before you go up to Hawaii.
Of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I did not come to start a rebellion.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take
Oh,
us
fair
nowhere.
enough. I'm going to leave now.
no, please,
But,
please, don't go.
yeah, it's the weekend of the 7th. Bjorn wants to come over. Or at least he just wants to hang out. I don't know what we're gonna do. He was like, is there anything fun to do in town? I was like, I don't know, I'm off my feet all the time. So, what?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
Good, it works. I would do as you wish. No, this is a tall order.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Whenever we were doing our little trip through Google Maps there, Luana. No, there's a lot more there is to this area, just Like I said, I don't leave the house, except for whenever I take my occasional walk. It used to be a town. Greg and I leveled up the place. Just do me a solid. Don't call me Greg on the street. But no, the place is nice around here. I just don't really know anything to just go out and do because I don't just go out and do stuff normally. But also, the places I do know are not around here. Mostly around where I used to live or in downtown Pittsburgh. You know, shit like that. They want us to get a condo bit. Let's see if there's something down here to get that Electro-Oculus. Hey, would you look at that? I called it. It's underneath. Scar has a life and it's not leaving the house. Truthfully, I would like to go places, but I'd also like to go places and not be in pain doing so, you know? Where are you at? All of that for something I'm probably never going to use. But that's more so because I'll be upgrading everybody's artifacts here in due time. Probably whenever it matters a bit more. That was a dog? No, it's Tanuki. You said it was the dog. Trash panda? Yeah. Take a bath. To the deep end with y'all. It's such a cheap technique to do. Yeah.
I hope the others find some.
Stupid Haley Churls. He was trying to get inside my Tanuki. Are you about to sing a song that goes on and on about your dick?
Take this.
I'll take those. Easy enough for that too. Do I have condensed resin? Yeah, I'm maxed on condensed resin. Damn it, we can't take the easy way out for the daily. The one with the blue clothing. Oh, what's the name of the character with the blue clothing? Oh, this one? Jean. Otherwise you have Ningguang, Xinyan, and this one's technically Lumine. It's always going to be named after your given account name. So let's just say if I really wanted to change his up and just be like, oh, I don't know. Subberries. Hey look, the main character is now you. You're in the game, and now you're in the cutscene.
See, where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Let's go over and see. I am finger deep inside of a jar of pepperoncini right now. Come on. Come on. There we go. I love snacking on these little peppers. God damn it, I hit the wrong one. You're eating chicken soup? Nice. I'll be having more tenders at dinner.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
What's happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders.
Hey, if you're gonna search that, search Lumine. You'll find better results.
He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us.
Oh, excuse me.
But wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
What does Daddy have to say? So what changed?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do, but equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state.
He's one of us. He's a fellow lost soul.
He's a well-respected guy around here.
Let's actually just talk to Tejima and see what he thinks, instead of what everyone else thinks.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question
Not the
of
meaning behind that, Luana.
I would have to stay.
Otherwise, use Google Maps to get your way over to 5 Points Pizza. Everyone depends on you.
True, but that's not why I chose
Yeah,
to
you were
stay
half
here.
right.
And what made me want to come here 30 years
Also,
ago?
Matt, don't order from
And
5 Points
why have
Pizza,
I never
please.
wanted to
I've
leave
had them a
the
few
first place?
times. They're terrible.
I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
Yeah, you kinda are across the pond there, Luana. They went under, actually? You know they're really bad. They went on. The signage was up whenever I last passed there.
I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
I remember Kelly's went down, and then they came back as 5 points. That's why, like, we saw it in the map that had another name. Yeah, it was Kelly's before. And then they became 5 Points Pizza. I didn't know that 5 Points Pizza is also gone now. Which, honestly, nothing of value was lost.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore.
Yeah,
right?
Mama P's was good until they
But if you
changed
can't
management
remember
and then
anything,
closed.
it's not gonna be easy.
Giuseppe's is still a personal favorite,
Maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then
at least for this area. My personal favorite's Beto's out in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I think they're on
that
McKnight
reminds
Road.
me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary.
Vincent's in Green Tree is also a really good place.
I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, yes, you
5
do.
Points Pizza is a
What's more,
franchise!
I remember you
Yeah,
saying
and
at the time
Robert Paulson had a
you wanted
name.
to make a note
Robert
of a
Paulson
few
also had no
interesting
balls.
Things which would prove very important at
You
a
can't
later
get-
date.
No, you're right.
so if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need
In terms of pricing and
to be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
in terms of pricing and options. Wait. Oh, I see that, Pachuga. But yeah, in terms of pricing and options and overall taste, whenever you combine all three of those factors together, yeah, you can't beat a pan pizza from Pizza Hut in that regard. Because, like, I think even just for a slice at Beto's, just one slice is like half of the cost of one of our pizzas that we used to get for our Friday nights. It says so bland for how much it costs, at least here in the UK. At least in the UK, I can understand that quite a bit. But, like, it's the ingredient difference between US and Europe in general. And again, depending on the ingredients and the type of place, Europe blows the US out of the water, but I would also like to experience that myself one of these days. I remember I went there once and I looked at the prices and walked back out.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
It is if you don't use their app and deals. I don't know how things are, but here if you do it right. Yeah, Pizza Hut's really fucking cheap. If you have to combined have to use the apps, the deals, and have to do carry out deals to get the most out of it. And yeah, Subbearers is the one who showed me all that. But then again, I also showed Subberries just how awesome Wendy's can be whenever you use their app and their deals. So it kind of goes hand in hand. I kind of want to burn up some resin right quick and then get back to this since we're already at a checkpoint. We're going to leave Inazuma for a second. Mora's not really an issue. We need XP. That's going to become more prevalent here soon enough. Would rather buy from a local pizzeria than Big Corpo IMO, but hey, if someone else is paying, I'll eat it. It's the same thing whenever it comes to beer. You see, I have some select favorite beers. See, I love Helltown Interdimensional Pterodactyl. That's my favorite triple hazy IPA. Followed by just your regular Guinness Stout. And then after that, the Killian's Irish Red. What? That's a huge butt here. And not Lumine's because she's kinda small in all regards. The best beer is a free beer. The second best is an open one. One does not simply leave Inazuma. Well, too late, we're at Mondstadt.
Wind, hear me.
You'd want to send me back to Inazuma just for that? Damn. We won't have to worry about this once I can unlock ley lines in Inazuma. That's also true to you, Matt. I've experienced some mama pop shop stuff that was pretty bad. It's kind of like the staple around here. The staple around here whenever it comes to sandwiches typically goes to Subway. But honestly though, there's a sandwich shop in Kennedy Township. I think it's named Rocco's. But holy shit, they are fantastic. Yes, we'll just use the condense and then condense everything up. Would I rather support local and support my friends? Absolutely, but if the product's not that good, then I'm not going to bother. That's the big difference between all of it. And and for some people, it makes me sound like an asshole. And to those people who think that, yeah, you're right. God, it's gonna be nice during Genshin's Saturday stream, and I'll be able to run around with my Baressa. Oh, it's gonna be so nice playing on main. Have to just like lightly trot everywhere. It's just, eh. Nope, missed it. Yes, we do. We only went there once, and that was fantastic. Their coffee was really good, too. You just let me know when. If I was on my normal team, this dude would be beyond dead. Especially for being level 46 and not the usual level 94. I'll take that. Are you saying that because of the size of her tits, or because biker girl? Otherwise, I think you'd probably enjoy some Nefer or some, I would say some Nefer or maybe some Lauma. Trust me, I know a thing or two about Genshin Rule 34. Seriously, what Genshin content creator doesn't? Now I get this, and definitely not wrong there, Matt. Mabuika does have some really good 34. One, two, okay, that's enough to fill that out now. Cool. So let's go back to Narukami Island. Which, by the way, here's where we're at. We still have all of this, and it's mostly water. Or if you know your PlayStation games, a world covered in endless water. At some point I will play Mega Man Legends on stream. At some point. I just need to find a way to reliably get PlayStation to work with OBS. Okay, we're stocking up on our spices. Since now we're getting the income to be able to sustain where I normally like to keep everything. Normally, whenever it comes to cooking ingredients, I like to have everything at a minimum of 300 that you can buy at a general store. Come on. Not to mention there's a weekly you get to do that, you have to spend 500,000 mora, so it helps with that. And then it slows down after you have everything maintained where you want it. Oh yeah, we haven't found any knockyweed yet. We'll probably find some of that on Sarai Island. Probably my favorite location next to Surumi on here. Pop 2 of those. Oh goddammit, Catherine. There's no commission I can't complete. I'd expect no less of you. Keep that up, and I'm sure you'll be most an excellent adventurer. Speaking of which, the guild is currently looking for adventurers to explore Sarai Island. I just mentioned you. Yes, it's an island to the south of Narukami Island, with some parts of the island being subject to constant wild storms that have impeded the guild's exploration work thus far. While we have sent two adventurers, Miss Etsuko and Mr. Taisuke, to remain on Sarai Island and investigate a way to calm the storm. I'm afraid that they haven't come up with any leads thus far. If you're interested, go to Sarai Island and have a look. It has also been said that the island is full of buried treasure. That said, please be careful while you explore Sarai Island. After all, we have yet to determine the cause of those storms. Probably a thunder manifestation at the top inside of the clouds spinning around it.
Thank you for completing to
Okay. Real men don't need those fancy dishes. Real men heal by eating sunsettias only. I don't even know what a sunsettia is. My manhood apparently got up and left the building. Oh yeah. There ain't no weep detected in his direction outside of your love of anime. And add extra applesauce. She says it every time. We do have Inazuma now. But no Inazuma characters to really benefit from this, especially for getting... You see, with Kuki Shinobu, her exploration passive allows you to get extra of anything that you do on an expedition in Inazuma, which I always have her go for the sunsettias and sweet flowers. You, on the other hand, I'm just going to confirm you. And, hey, Farazan. Looks like you're going to Inazuma. Alright, so all that shit's covered now. What are we missing on the weekly front? We got 10 boss opponents. We're never going to complete that. We'll probably complete that today. Cook 20 dishes, forge 20 items. And go. Wait, wrong thing. This one. Like I said, we're gonna make some sugar. We're gonna make some more of that. It's still Monday, so I have time. Yeah, that's the problem with this, though. I only play this account once a week. and I'm only hopping on to do the check-ins for the free pulls, even though I'm not really going to have anything I want to pull on until a banner comes up that's worth it. And by worth it, I mean, I don't say that to down Inetha and Columbina right now. They're amazing. But for the stream file, I won't be able to use them until we have Nod Prime unlocked. Do you realize how far away that is? We're only in the Genshin territory of 2.0 to 2.9. That is 6.0 plus. It's going to be a long time before I get anywhere close to there. Probably by about the time that I get the ability to start using Natlan characters is whenever I'm going to go and start pulling on Nodcrack characters. Or Luna / 6.0 plus characters. Alright, let's make some egg rolls. And then the game closes services before I finish. To which I say, womp womp, we move on to the next game. I don't even know what I would replace Genshin with. If Genshin went down, I'd probably replace it with Zenless Zone Zero, but if MiHoYo as a whole shut down, I'd probably swap it all out with Ananta, whenever that comes out. But even then, after Ananta comes out, I'm probably going to give it its own slot for the week. Genshin is the only one that's here to stay. Everything else on my schedule is replaceable. And that includes Skyrim. That includes Pokemon. Even old school RPG Thursdays. They're all subject to change, but not Genshin. You think your computer died? Sag. I hope it's not dead. You watch, it has to do with Stardew modding being a little bit of a fuck for you. It turned on and it's only flashing random colors. Turn it off and check all of your connections, all your cables. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you to do. I'm not saying that's going to be your fix, but check that first. Let's see. I can make one of you. Make these 4, and then that'll be good from there. Safe to assume that this whole time you've been on mobile there, Luana? Fair enough. But yeah, I was looking on Sam's Club site just to like get a good estimate of how much I'm spending next month. Yeah, costs of everything went up. Everything. By the way, I forget what it stands for, but I'm assuming it means start for Hajime. There's a little thing at the anime con I used to go to called Sleeping Samurai, and every combat began, they're like, are you ready? Ready? Alright. Hajime. And then everybody goes. Watch out, there's an ad. How much was that? 7? So I only need to do... I'm not doing this. Let's do the 13 of you. Alright, Jean, let's get you going. I can ascend you. Huh, we're not that far off from another ascension. Do I even have your... I need violet grass. Oh, I did say I was going to, roll for characters. Right. And while the ad's going, if it's still going, probably yap my way through it. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that we can go through. So, Lumine stays, we can't use Lynette, we can't use Madame Farazan, we cannot use Kale, we cannot use Auroron. So we rolled a 2. Ningguang, you get to go in slot 2 now. Slot 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sucrose gets to come back.
I can do it.
And slot 4. Well, that's a reroll. Rolled a 6. Kaya gets to come back.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
No slot 5. You do get an occasional slot 5. You do get that. But we have to kill the prior just fine to get that. Not even worth it right now. Sucrose, on the other hand, could take a few levels. 2 catalyst users and 2 sword users. That's going to make mining a bitch. So, okay. Let's see. Artifacts. Reset filters. I'm still okay leaving her on exile. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna put the filter back on the exile. You give me that attack percent. Energy recharge plus that's gonna be nice. I don't want 10%. Ooh, right. Bro is using blues as if I have any other fucking option right now, Luana. Look at the bozo in chat who doesn't know. That's actually not too bad either. But I don't have the Mora. So that is perfectly okay for now. It's not that much of a loss. I can at least keep it on hand. And you're running Instructor, which I don't have Barber anymore, so you can take her purple. Yeah, I don't need to worry about crit with her. Basically, if Barbara was using it, yeah, I can take it off. And of course, I'm going to use the better if I can. What did I have on you? Elemental Mastery, attack and crit. Yeah, attack and crit rate work. Defense on you helps immensely. Yep, that's good for her. She's still using greens. She's another one that can use Instructor. Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge go really good with her. Okay, thankfully everything is fine now. Oh yeah. Now let's switch to you. We'll take Rosaria's. Let's see. No, Junglings. Get that energy recharge in there. Attack and crit, and not so much with Sucrose. Pyro's not helping us here at all. Again, Pyro's not helping us. So yeah, I'll just take Bean's attack percent. And this one I can kind of just use what... Curious. We have an animo damage bonus in here. We do not. At all. I guess with this one... Why not? Honestly. It's free pyro resistance. Or at least a duration reduction. Kaya, you still have a white on you. Let's fix this. You, on the other hand, benefit from exile as well. And starting off, some crit rate is going to be nice. I'll give you a Berserk Feather for that attack boost. Back HP, energy recharge, HP, defense. Yeah, let's, we'll go energy recharge for you. And next, attack percent, no. Nope, wrong menu. I know, chat, we're menuing a little much right now. Let's get a cryo boosting one. Why not? And then we just need to put a piece of exile on the end. Wham bam, thank you, man. Done deal. Everybody's covered in their respective spots. Attack speed. Better cryo damage. Or should we be funny and put the Harbinger of Dawn on him? Since that's what his quest reward for us was. Again, it does benefit more from Cool Steel. Yeah, we'll keep Cool Steel. Literally, they're a reskin of each other. And I unfortunately do not have time to do that. They're gonna send the Sacrificial Fragments is nice too. Leave that there for now, because it's not like I have the Mora to really do anything about that. Alright, everyone's set. This is new party unless we pull something that is Inazuma related. Or unless somebody does the redeem to change my party. Alright, man. I'm gonna take his melon first.
This looks like Teijima's diary, alright. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snake today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Yay, now we get to go find our favorite horny fox. Right? Well, maybe not. We have someone waiting at the gate here. Oh, it's the village shrine, not the Grand Narukami Shrine. Okay.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy? Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
If we become separated during war, go wait for me in Konda Village. There will be a safe home for us there. It's here.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
So do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
So do we have any... Put that actually right into you. Yeah, we'll start here.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food! We demand an explanation!
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions!
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential! Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai!
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Emergency provisions? Like emergency food?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
I just want to point out, Paimon was super sad about Tejima over in Kondo Village, and saw what losing your vision can do, which, if you're confused, whenever the god sees someone who has exceptional aspirations and can bring some greatness, they grant them a vision that gives them elemental power. Losing their vision, they lose that power, but they also lose a huge part of them, which you saw what happened to Tejima. She just openly judged Kurosawa here, despite knowing he lost his vision. Like, where the fuck are you going with this, Paimon? It's no wonder your VA got fired and replaced. We heard that you lost your vision recently. I hate the original VA for Paimon.
That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Alright. Where we go? Up. Helps whenever I actually go and look in the corner.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Let's go indiscriminate beatings. Starting with these fools.
Absorption test. Give up.
Have a little taste.
Bellowing thunder. Animal hypostasis emulation.
Oh, there goes Ogamora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Forget it. Tell us all you know about Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
My weed dealer, more specifically for Naku weeds.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
About these IOUs?
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
We didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Still think it's stupid, but fair enough.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything. What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Actually,
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
mind if we have a look?
This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize
Oh, you're getting me up the stretch. Okay. The words are virtue and justice. Also, hey, red triangle.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening with my blade. I'm incapable.
The Monday's going alright. Got a little bit of sniffles from eating some pepper and cheese.
I don't know what to do with myself.
But otherwise, yeah, been doing pretty good. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, but yeah, we chilling though. How are you?
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
Well,
In any case,
been struggling to find motivation today. What do you mean in that regard? But that's every Monday? Oh, fair. And what's wrong with tomorrow? I have a series of scans tomorrow at the hospital. It's not like anything bad, it's just for my gastroenterologist, just to get a baseline on everything. There were 3 things scheduled. Well, kinda. There's 2 at the first, 4 for tomorrow, and 2 in April. But 4 and tomorrow, they're all the same thing. But, like, my bus is gonna pick me up at, like, 8 in the morning. And get to the hospital. They're gonna feed me some, for lack of better words, dyed eggs and dyed toast. And then they're gonna be taking x-rays over the course of, like, 5 hours, checking my system and how it's passing through. Green eggs and toast, basically. Yeah. I don't know if it's actually going to be colored green, but it's going to brighten up on that x-ray, though. It's the fact that I'm going to have to be there. I don't know if they're going to give me any extra food or drinks while I'm there, outside of, like, water and maybe coffee. And just getting an x-ray every few hours until they release me, and then my bus is going to come get me at, like, 3. It's like between 2:45 and 3:30. So it's just going to feel like a really long day, if anything. Losing a vision is no trifling matter.
Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
Eh, only rough in the...
You don't have a vision.
Only rough in the case that, you know, it's just going to be a long time. I don't think the scans are going to be any issue. Get plenty of sleep? I might. Usually after I'm done with my nightly VC, I take, or even sometimes during it, I'll take one of my gummies, and then whenever that kicks in, it's just off bed. Usually by like about midnight.
Let's go find the next poor soul.
So we've had troubled souls, poor souls, and lost souls are the only ones we really care about. Now the sword master who lost his path. Before we go see him, I'll just leave the Primogem building. You'll be leaving now because you want to see if you have time to watch a movie before our daily hangout. Yeah, I'll see you then. I know tonight I did promise Matt some Stardew time, so we'll get our VC in for a bit, and then me and him's gonna get off the game. Plus, I need to have dinner as well at some point, so it's really just gonna be a mishmash of do I end stream at like 3 hours, or you know? I mean, it is really nice compared to last week, not having my face feel like it's getting beaten with a little club. This segment I remember taking a little while.
Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Naruko, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
We can wait till he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine.
But yeah, Red Triangle, whenever I do the stuff tomorrow, I am making sure my phone's going to be fully charged and I'll have my Bluetooth with me. So I can at least, watch something there while I'm there, or watch some YouTube, watch some shows, or listen to my music, or play some of the mobile games I got, which I've been heavily getting back into the mobile rhythm games. With, two that I've been playing the most lately being Citus and, Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage, which that one kind of plays like the arcade game Chunathan. So, I'll be covered on entertainment, I just don't know what I'm gonna do otherwise. Probably sneak an energy pack with me there too, they still have like 20-ish packs to go.
The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Well, it's evening now.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Time to break old man hip. Maybe. Probably not. But there's some flowers.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person set!
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister!
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai, yes, that's me.
Why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
I'll tell you how it's not coming along. Oh, the sniffles are in overload right now. Yeah, I definitely, just ate like 7 pepperoncinis. Yeah, my tongue is on fire right now. But that was also just the rest of the jar.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I'm sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover!
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna let this autoplay though.
But I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you.
Sure. After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Ai.
Okay, my nose is feeling better now.
Too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Okay, now it's on to see our favorite horny little fox. You'll see exactly what I mean coming up.
Take this!
God damn it. That's fine. That's fine. We'll find a way up. We always do. Okay.
will be frozen.
Lightning slash!
I've got the upper hand. Take this!
My blade!
I'll remember that.
I'm ready.
The very
Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah, we missed out on an Electro Sealy chest, but oh well. I just want to get up this mountain because I hate verticality in this game. That is tempting to go over and get that.
Take this!
dodge this.
Thunderclap! Submit! Swirl, Mark 2! Animal test 6308.
Cool it.
Lightning slash!
Excuse me, sir? Hello? Hello? I think his AI is broken.
Absorption test.
Oh, so sorry.
It's nothing.
Take this!
Your life is mine.
Dodge this.
Lightning slash!
Cool it.
Stand clear. Bellowing thunder! Animal hypostasis emulation!
Freeze. Quite the fun.
Easy enough.
What's the hurry?
Let's move.
Cool it.
Shouldn't get
Do I
careless.
get frostbite?
Absorption test. Take this!
Give up.
Let's end this quickly. Stay right there. This was well done.
Freeze.
You need to hurry up. Roast and fry. This was well done.
Cool it.
Lightning slash!
Time.
Stand clear.
This was well done.
Animal test 6308. Swirl, Mark 2.
You need to hurry this quickly. This was well done.
Freeze!
Absorption test.
You need to hurry up!
Is this the end of Tianquan?
Nope, it is not the end of Tianquan. Give you a basic bitch fried egg here. Res you. Yes, use it on the Fallen. You get a hash brown, and you get a sweet madame. You get 2 sweet madames. And then y'all can have some delicious mint jelly.
Stand clear.
You need to hurry up this time. This one's well done.
Animal test 6308.
This moment will be frozen in time. You need to hurry up.
Yeah.
Fry. You need to hurry up. This one's well done. You need to hurry up. Roasted fry.
Stand clear.
Dodge this. You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Roasted fry.
Your life is mine.
You need to hurry up.
Lightning flash.
This one's well done. Cool it. You need to hurry up. Free roasted fry.
It's nothing. Animal test 6308.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Absorption test.
Damn it, I gotta chase you.
You need to hurry up.
Maybe not.
Stand clear. Yeah.
Yep, did more on the swirls.
You need to hurry up. Roasted fry.
Take this.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Dodge this.
Game? Excuse me? He's going back to full health up there. God damn it. Welcome to Genshin, Jank.
Lightning flash. Bellowing thunder.
Freeze.
Stand clear.
Don't waste my time. Submit.
Have a load of this.
Take this.
It's nothing.
Dodge this.
Yeah, swirl. Mark 2.
There, now he's handled.
I'll keep this close.
Yeah, sure. I'll put a little dingus here. Let's start our way back up.
The insolent shall punish. Absorption test. No mercy.
Dodge this.
Your life is mine.
Her Majesty's power flows through me.
Cool it.
Take this. Got you. Stand clear.
Don't get frostbite.
You can't. Thunderclap. Lightning flash. This is Her Majesty's gift. Absorption test. Got you.
Don't waste my time.
Out of my sight.
Give up.
Take this.
This body belongs to ice and snow.
I'll keep this close.
Hey look, we found some wild weed. Hmm. Funny enough, I did get into like a very minor argument earlier today between somebody, well, between myself and somebody on a buddy server. Just because he tried on talking Genshin, because I decided to bring it up in the conversation. Because there's argument over the difference between WoW, that being between World of Warships and World of Warcraft. And whenever the argument was against World of Warcraft, the one person was like, well, we don't deal with any of that weeb furry shit over here. And I was like, yeah, weeb stuff's my category, but I see no mention of Genshin or Nikkei here. And the one person who's defending WoW, their immediate response was like, that's because they suck. And I was like, could you imagine just playing something that sucks the money out of you and leaves you miserable? And you're like, and you're saying Genshin doesn't require money? My brother in Christ, this is a free-to-play game. Money is entirely optional. You only hear about so much money in gambling going into this game because all the whales that are on this game shelling out entire salaries just to get their favorite characters C5 R, no, C6 R5. Not to mention with the level increases recently, now you can get them up to a C8. Right, Cat? Say it louder for the people in the back? Alright. Genshin is not about money! You can play the game entirely free! It only gets a bad rep because people shell out too much fucking money for something that's optional! That better? I'll even leave a little peck in there, just so it's clipped for later. Suddenly I feel called out. I wasn't meaning to call you out on that, Uprising, because it wasn't us going back and forth on that. I missed most of that. I have to pay money or I miss out. Listen, fear of missing out was the worst whenever I played Destiny 2. More than anything. But that's like, well, Genshin even has that. You know, we're going to take a little intermission here. I'm not going anywhere. But the game's going to go black for a second. But it will be back. Just, I have to do login shit. Alright, and here we go. We're loading back in, but on my main account. Where I have Veressa, I have Charlotte, I have 2 fucking Archons on my team. And guess how much I paid for all of them? Considering Veressa is one highly sought after character. Nothing. I paid nothing. I played the game and I got it. If we go into the weapons over here, all my 5-star weapons, I paid nothing. We got an event weapon. We also have an event weapon. Also an event weapon. And must I go on again about, you know, where is it at? So I'm apparently being blind to it, or I already said event weapon to that. Yeah, I did. But you get the point. You can do everything for free, but like shit like the event weapons, once that event comes and goes, that's it. That's your real FOMO right there. Even for one of my other dudes, Bennett. The outfit I have on him was from a summer event. Wrong menu. We're gonna get it here. This is how everyone else gets Bennett. This is how I have Bennett. Because I did the summer event.
Wow.
But guess what?
Where did that come from?
You didn't have to pay money. You didn't have to miss out.
So we say,
But yes, I'm also much, much further on this one versus everything else. This is the account we'll be playing on Saturday. I reached out to both Luana and Uprising on the server, and we have yet to pick where we're exploring on that little co-op day, but it'll be a fun day. Oh yeah, here's the rest of Inazuma. We only have the map unlocked for here, but we still have all of this. We have Tatsumi, we have Sarari, we have Tsurumi, and then through a story quest, we also get Inkonomiya. That is all in Azuma, where we're at. Oh, and also, because I brought it up before, here's main character number 2, the male main character. And he's a tired boy. So, let me just pop that out for a second. I also got pissed off because I pulled for Columbina today, and I ended up getting losing my 50-50 for a catching. Wait, no, I'm still signed into the wrong one. Also, Uprising, you're at least a bro. You still want to do co-op and actually hang out with us and have, you know, legit talks. So, you're good. The game can be super cozy. There's a lot of instances where you can just sit back and just basically let it play itself. Not like the levels of what you can with Factorio, but... or Corekeeper. Can't say so much for Stardew, because you eventually you do get automation on there. Speaking of, we'll be doing Stardew in the server later on tonight for my modded world. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll get you the resources, we'll get you all set up, and we'll play some Stardew. But as of now, it is me and Subberries. You're a dick, Tanuki. Exploded into a puff of cabbages. Oh, Cat, I'm not sure if you saw, I actually set follower emotes now for the channel. I figured because they weren't something that I paid for or created myself, I'd leave them for free. Because why am I gonna make a buck off someone else's work? I mean, we could argue in a past life that I did use official NHL sports team logos as emotes just to fuck with some people. But I put them at like tier 3 so people wouldn't like actively go for them. Hey, there's a Riku, but there's no Roxas nearby. But yeah, this one's free to play. And actually all the Hoyo games are free to play. Depends on what you're looking for. Genshin, I think, has the largest of all the game worlds, and it's still being updated to this day. Ever since 2000, it's been going. You also have Zenless Zone Zero. The overall world is smaller, but I think it has a much better combat system. Not only that, a better selection of waifus. And then you have Honkai Star Rail, where I don't know how the map is, but I know the combat's done turn-based. You love that one? Yeah, I had to do the sweet... It's always gonna go back to that quote from Dagoth during the first Skyrim stream I did on here. Whenever I was sneaking inside of Dragon's Reach, and he just pops out. Nerevar, your asshole looks like a sweet roll. Who were you with last night? So I had to immediately do that. Not to mention I have a poison waiting for me. Once I get the ability to reverse pickpocket it. And that's purely because it's Dagoth's salty sweet roll. It's implied that he fucked it, came on it, which is the icing, but it also paralyzes you for 69 seconds whenever you eat it. So I'm going to reverse pickpocket that onto somebody once I can poison somebody with pickpocketing. Genshin is the most FP friendly due to less power creep. It doesn't force you to pull the new stuff like Star Rail has a bad habit of doing. Yeah, I heard that was terrible on Star Rail. Even for Impact 3rd, like I heard it was pretty bad. Just Honkai in general. Another one that I just got its official release trailer today was it Arknight's Enfield? And that one I hear is like super FTP friendly too. And from what I've seen from the gameplay, it was like, seemed like a bit of a mix of Genshin and Factorio. Yeah, I know Roach quit Honkai. I don't blame Roach for quitting Honkai, honestly. Admittedly, I could say my piece about Nikkei, but I have nothing but good things to say about Nikkei as well. Like, yeah, it's still gacha, so you could still pay money to shell out on there. But the amount of stuff they give you for free for just doing your dailies and weeklies, plus your return packages, all the shit you get from the mini games, plus doing the story. I also suck at logging in for dailies. There's a thing on here, I'll show you right quick, called Temper Thyself. Oh, wrong menu. Where you have to log in, and you have to do all 4 of your daily commissions, and you also have to use 120 resin, which easy to do both. And you'd think, okay, I'm going to be able to clear this out and be able to get that sweet little constellation at the end. But on this account, I only log on to it once a week, but I'm going to log on to it multiple days because we have a daily giveaway thing going on right now. But on my main, I already did it earlier for today. I have 35 days left to get the 5 remaining items, which instead of for Jean, I'm gonna be getting it for Zhao, which is where are you at? This dude right here. He's one of my favorite anime characters. Though my absolute favorite's Chaska, and I have yet to pull her. Is logging on daily required to beat the game? No. Are there incentives to logging on daily and doing the check-ins? Yes. But it's probably more pressing to do the daily log-on and the dailies on Nikkei than it is on Genshin. But either way, you have a good selection. I also really like the gameplay of Nikkei. Yeah, I find it really fun. I didn't play it on mobile. I haven't tested it on the Pixel 8, but on my last 2 phones, it just wouldn't load. Well, no, correction. It wouldn't load on... Oh, what phone was this? I don't even remember which one this was. This was the $30 one from Walmart, but the other one, it was a Moto G Stylus. It would load, and then it would overheat the phone to no end. Alright, anywho, if you have a sub, I'm just gonna sit here for a moment. Once the ads return, well, once everyone's back from ads, I'm gonna go and pop us into the next dialogue scene. Uprising. That's how I was at first. I ended up falling into 3 because I was running Genshin, Zenless Zone Zero, and Nikkei all at the same time. And I ended up dropping Zenless Zone Zero just because I started the second Genshin account for the stream and I've been putting more attention here. Actually, I haven't even logged into Nikkei for a bit. Cat, I might have to steal a second thing from you. Because I already stole half of my server rules are literally a carbon copy from your server. But, we might add a Nikkei break in here at some point. I'll just have to make sure anything tying it to my old account names is just wiped from there. Part of me also kind of wants to start over on the global server so we can play together. Alright, see we're back from ads. Alright, let's get into this cutscene. You get to meet the horny fox finally. Actually, it's kind of hard to outbeat horniness levels between characters whenever you compare it to Ying R from Leeway. Lenny. He logged into Wuthering Waves, pulled a couple 5 stars, tried them out, and saw their animations and forced myself to log off and uninstall. Would have been really bad for my wallet.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Since you're new to this, Lenny, go with Streamlabs OBS. That'll give you a nice footing to get started.
Keep away from me.
Alright, we're gonna let him have his little meltdown here just so I can talk to Lenny here for a second. So, yeah, Streamlabs OBS, there's less you can do with it overall in terms of like modding, but since you're starting out, I mean, now I have them both installed. Yeah, leave OBS Studio alone, go to Streamlabs OBS, work with that for a little bit. That'll at least ease you into it, and everything it'll teach you how to use on there, you can either stick with that and be just fine, or you can move on to OBS Studio afterwards, but I do recommend at least starting there. It'll be much more user-friendly for you to start off with. And once you have your, once you have more of an idea of what you want to do with your streams, what you want to add to it, let me know. And you also have plenty of people here who will also help you out as well. Well, if they want to, that is. I can't make that judgment for everyone. Anywho, Domon here is having another hallucination of people attacking him.
I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past,
Well, I don't know how late you're going to be up.
he would always face it with a confident smile.
I don't know how late you're going to be up, Lenny. Just because me and Subberries will be hanging out in the Discord later on. But yeah, because we're going to be doing modded Stardew tonight. But yeah, no, I can give you some pointers then. And you can just tell me a bit about your stuff, and I can make some notes, and I can give you some suggestions from there.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed
Good night,
to be
Lenny.
different to
You take
Red
care.
Ward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? is that you are a ghost. You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yes, it seems as good of a resolution as we can hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
You keep falling asleep. Uprising, how late is it for you?
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest
Or were you
in
just up late last night?
Seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For
It's
now,
only
we
2:40.
should go report back to
Okay.
Miss Kami-Sato.
You're in mountain time. But yeah. She's not so horny here, but she has her moments in other cutscenes down the road, which is why she has that little bit of a rap with her. But also, we have the Sacred Sakura. And I'm not sure if I've opened up enough chests, but we could start donating Electro Sigils to it for rewards. Yeah, not enough for the first one. This is also how we go and upgrade our Electrograna, which is that little thing we pick up every now and then that, like, it either automatically makes the Sakura blooms unfold or lets us zap up with the things, but we get more abilities as it goes down the line. Well, it doesn't show in that menu for that. That one just shows those, but whenever you go into the rewards, it shows you where you level up your Electrograna. Obviously not going to show every single one just because it only shows you for the first 5 and then you have to unlock to start revealing the others. Back to Kami-Sato Estate. Ayaka, where are you in that forehead of yours? And is Ed Sheeran going to be here?
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka!
Yeah, if you have 7TV, you'll see why I say, hey look, it's Ed Sheeran. Or it's not working?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure
Is it
to
all
finally meet
lowercase?
you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
No? The fuck? Is it all caps? It's all caps. Okay. Actually, we didn't really help at all.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
That would have put you at 5 a.m. my time.
I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter.
But not you, Catastrophe. Blocked.
You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
I hope they can one day be free from their torment.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
Now we'll help you fight the Vision Hunt Decree.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
What kind of a god is the Bride Shogun?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt Decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes.
You remember doing this whenever it came out.
Their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Whenever I started my main account, it was after the release of Fontaine, but it was around the time the sub-area, the Sea of Remeria, I think it's called the Sea of Bygone Eras. Whenever that got released, that was whenever I started playing. Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt Decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
I have no further questions.
Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryo Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
It is only right that he should be saved too.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
So you're offloading that job to me, huh?
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
It's Yoimiya! Ah, she is such a nice character. I love Yoimiya. I might not like playing as her, but her character and the stories, oh, it's a personal favorite. Hello there, Ed Sheeran. I didn't even realize we already got past 100 achievements unlocked on here. Honestly, I'm gonna call it here. And I don't know, I'm just kind of hungry right now, so I'm gonna go make myself some dinner, and then I'm gonna be setting up in Discord in a bit. And I still gotta have my VC with my friend, and then we're gonna be doing some modded Stardew. So if you're interested, come over to the Discord. If you're not in the Discord but would like to join, there's the link down below. I'm going to see if we have anybody we can read out to, and we are going to go from there. So give me a second. Give this a little bit of a refresh. And I don't really have anyone. So let's just go to the animal sanctuary. Yeah, let's go there. At least see if they have anything into. I see some wolfie paws. And we love our wolfies around here. So I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm gonna go get something in my system, and then we're gonna chill it out for the night. But thank y'all for hanging out. I will catch you Wednesday for some more Pokemon. We're still gonna have Soul Blazer on Thursday. We're still gonna have Soul Blazer on Thursday, Skyrim on Friday, but we're doing Genshin this Saturday. And we're just gonna kind of shoot the shit in the day. So, the following Saturday, Castlevania is gonna return for part 2 of Portrait of Ruin. For any other details, just come to the Discord. Later, everybody.